It would be very difficult to steal all of these people's private records if they were held individually by the individual. And I mean, to actually steal from all of these people simultaneously in the physical world would take godlike abilities. You would have to create some kind of crazy tornado which would whisk simultaneously all the bits of paper and data out of their pockets, all at the same time, like a big tornado. And then it would have to deposit all of these bits of paper, all these identity documents in like chronological and alphabetical order and national order and all that kind of stuff. The ability for an individual criminal or a group of criminals, say a set of 5 or a set of 6, to go around stealing everybody's data if they held it on their person individually would be like a godlike act. It's impossible. You have to be like a spooky ghost. But like that godlike power over everybody's information really cannot be put in the hands of any individual. Do you know that when these database breaches happen, like the one that has happened in India, when everybody's biometrics get stolen by a dark party, it just illustrates that having all of that information on a central server is just insane. You know, you've got to distribute the risk, you've got to spread the risk. Unless, of course, it is designed to be very, very weak in its security. I mean, people say about contactless payment cards and things like that. It's almost like the whole system is set for, or rife for abuse, and especially by petty criminals. It's so easy for them to start like stealing money off people's cards or cloning cards and using that to steal money. It's super, super easy, but nothing is done about it. It's almost like they're trying to create a new shock in the world, a biometric data shock. Make everyone scared that the most important thing they could possibly do is register onto the identity system. Because you know that when data leaks happen in places like India, it's not actually people hacking in to the government database or groups of elite criminals using like backdoor systems or whatever. What it essentially is government workers, those who are actually in charge of administering those databases, they are selling the data, selling large packets of biometric data because it's extraordinarily lucrative. And nobody knows who's buying it, whether it's just a few individuals, a criminal gang, or something like a criminal gang, like a state. Maybe China's buying it, maybe Russia's buying it. Who the hell knows who's buying it? And that's not the important thing. The important thing is that it's a severe risk to everybody's integrity to have such a database in existence in the first place. Such access to the intimate ins and outs of people's lives and their data and their everything. To have access to that kind of knowledge is godlike. And those godlike properties, I'm not sure if it's really an intelligent thing to have them in the hands of government officials. People who are in positions of lower pay than your average executive, who have a massive incentive to sell to the highest bidder. Scotland Yard couldn't stop themselves from being tempted to break the law because of the golden jewels of surveillance machinery. It's the same with the Indian government, and no doubt the same with every government. They're being formed into a new plan, the building of the great architectural work of surveillance.